The objective for this lesson is to write decimal numbers using both base 10 numerals as well as expanded form. Students should be able to explain and justify their thinking. A base 10 numeral is a number written in its standard form, such as 116 and 52 hundredths. Expanded form shows a number as the sum of each of its digits. For example, 116 is equal to the sum of 100 plus 10 plus 6. Given a whole number in its number name form, such as 5,203, students should be able to recognize this as a family or period name. So let's circle this. If we have thousands, we know that we will have the units family, although it is not written nor named aloud. So in this number, there will be only thousands and units. We see in front of thousands that there is only a 5, so we will write a 5 and a comma. After that, the digits within the units family are read as 203. So we will write these following the comma, and the base 10 numeral now matches the number names at 5,203. To express the expanded form, students are able to use a place value chart and discs to model. For example, we have 5 in the 1,000 place, so we can fill in 5 discs of the value of 1,000 each, and write that simply as 5 times 1,000, or 5 sets of 1,000. Next, let's add that to the value in the units family. We see that there is 200, or 2 sets of 100. Placing these discs into the proper place value on our chart. There are no 10s in this number, but there are 3 ones, or 3 sets of 1, to add on to the equation. We can see that 5,203 equals 5 times 1,000 plus 2 times 100 plus 3 times 1, and that shows the expanded form of the number. Let's try this activity with a decimal number. Let's say that we have 25 and 4 hundredths. To come up with the base 10 numeral, break it apart on the place value chart. We don't see any family names, which means that we only have units. But then the decimal goes 2 places to the right, which is represented by the word hundredths. With 25, we'll place 2 10 discs inside the place value chart. 2 sets of 10 is 20, so to expand, we begin with 2 times 10. Next, we have 5 1 discs, and 5 sets of 1 equals 5. So add this onto the expanded equation. 2 times 10 plus 5 times 1, 25 in standard base 10 form. Next, notice the word and. This word always represents a decimal point to mark the location of the end of the whole numbers or ones, and the beginning of the decimal numbers or tenths. So, write the decimal just after the 5 to replace the and. Lastly, the number name reads 4 hundredths. There are no tenths, so no discs belong in the tenths place, but 4 belong in the hundredths place. This is not a whole number, but represents the fraction 4 over 100, or the matching decimal point 0.04. It is just like adding 1 over 100 to itself 4 times, or 100th to itself 4 times. It will now read 2 times 10 plus 5 times 1 plus 4 times 100th. This gives the sum of 25 and 4 hundredths. The objective for this lesson is to write decimal numbers through the thousandths place in both base 10 numerals as well as expanded form. We met this objective through identifying the families of numbers and by modeling decimals on a place value chart.